Imagine receiving a video call from your brother. You see his face, you hear his voice. He looks completely normal. Then he says, "I am in trouble. I need money right now." You panic. You believe him because why wouldn't you? You know his face, you know his voice. You have spoken to him hundreds of times. So you send the money. But a few minutes later, your real brother calls you and he says something terrifying. "I never call you." That is the word of deepfakes. Welcome back guys to Past Pledge. Today we are talking about something that sounds like fiction, but it's already becoming a very real problem. Artificial intelligence has reached a point where a person's face, voice, expression, and even identity can be digitally recreated. And once someone has enough information about you, the question is no longer simply, can AI create a fake person? And the biggest question is, can someone use AI to become you? Today, we are going to understand what deepfakes really are, how they work, how criminals can use them for identity theft and fraud, why they are becoming harder to recognize, and most importantly, what ordinary people can do to protect themselves. Because deepfakes are not only about fake celebrity videos, they are becoming an identity problem. First, what exactly is deepfake? The word combines deep learning, a type of artificial intelligence, with fake. In simple form, the deepfake is synthetic or manipulated media created with AI to make a person appear to say or do something that never actually happened. That can include video, it can include photographs, and increasingly it can include someone's voice. Imagine taking hundreds of photographs of a person. AI can study the person's facial structure, expression, movement, and appearance. Then with enough information, it can generate or manipulate images and videos that make another person appear to be that individual. The same basic idea can be applied to someone's voice. AI can analyze recording of how a person speaks, their pronunciation, rhythm, tone, and pattern, and generate speech that sounds remarkably similar. This is where the technology becomes much more dangerous. Because your identity isn't just your password, your identity is your face, your voice, your name, your photographs, your social media presence, your documents, and all of these fees can potentially become material for impersonation. Now here where things get really interesting. You might be thinking, why would anyone target me? After all, you are probably not a famous actor or politician. You may not have millions of followers. You may think there's nothing valuable about your face or voice. But criminals don't necessarily need you to be famous. They need you to be believable. A scammer doesn't need to convince the entire internet that they are you. They may only need to convince one person. Maybe your family member, maybe your employee, maybe a bank employee, maybe a business partner, maybe an online verification system, and that's enough. In 2026, identity fraud researchers are reportedly increasing attacks involving AI-generated faces, face swaps, animated selfies, and manipulating videos being used against biometric verification system. In Trust's 2026 identity fraud report says deepfakes were linked to roughly 1 in 5 biometric fraud attempts in its data. Think about what that means. For years, we were told your face is your identity. Now technology is creating a new problem. What if someone can manufacture your face? Let's imagine a simple example. Suppose you post a short video on social media. You are speaking directly to the camera. Your face is clearly visible. Your voice is clear. Maybe you upload several more videos over the next few months. You probably don't think twice about it. You are just posting content. But someone else could potentially use publicly available material as raw data for impersonation. They could create fake videos. They could make it look as if you are promoting something. They could make it look as if you are asking someone for money. They could make it appear that you are making a political statement. Or in a more personal attack, they could create humiliating or damaging material using your likeness. The result could be devastating even if the victim never created that content. Because once something fakes appear online, People don't always wait for the truth. They react first, they share first, they screenshot it, they repost it. And suddenly, a fake video can travel faster than the correction explaining that it was fake. But deepfake scams don't always require an elaborate video. Sometimes the voice is enough. Imagine your father receives a phone call. The person on the other end sounds exactly like you. They say, "Dad, I lost my phone. I need some money. Please don't call anyone. Just send it now." The voice sounds familiar. The situation sounds urgent. And the scammers create pressure so there is no time to think. This is one of the oldest tricks in frauds. Create urgency before the victim has time to verify. The FBI has reportedly warned about impersonation scams designed to steal money of personally identifiable information, and its guidance emphasizes resisting pressure to act immediately. So the technology may be new, but the psychological trick is very old. The criminal isn't really attacking your computer, they're attacking your trust. And here's another important distinction. Deepfake technology isn't itself automatically evil. They are legitimate user. Filmmaker can use digital effects. Researcher can use synthetic media. Educator can create realistic simulation. People can use AI for entertainment, accessibility, translation, and creative work. The problem began when the technology is used without consent or deceive people. A fake movie scene is one thing. A fake video is used to steal someone's identity is someone completely different. A fake voice is used to manipulate a family member into sending money indifferent. A fabricated face used to bypass identity verification is different. So the real danger isn't simply artificial intelligence, it's artificial trust. And that brings us to one of the biggest questions. How can you tell if a video is deepfake? A few years ago, people were told to look for obvious signs: strange eyes, unnatural blinking, distorted teeth, weird hand, bad lips, unusual lightning. Sometimes those clues can still help, but relying on them alone is becoming dangerous. Why? Because AI keeps improving. What looks obviously fake today may look much more convincing tomorrow. And even today, ordinary viewers may not reliably identify synthetic media just by looking at it. A 2026 Malwarebytes survey found that 85% of respondents said it was difficult to distinguish scams from genuine content, while 84% said convincing video evidence no longer feel like proof by itself. That tells us something extremely important. The solution cannot simply be look carefully at the face. We have to change the way we verify information. So what should we actually do? The first rule is simply, don't trust the face, verify the person. If someone suddenly asks you for money through a video call, don't assume the video proves their identity. Hang up. Call them back using a phone number you already know. Ask them a question only a real person wouldn't responsibly know. And most importantly, don't let urgency make the decision for you. If someone says, send it right now, don't tell anyone. You have 5 minutes. Keep this secret. Then exactly when you should slow down. Because panic is the scammer's ally. Second, protect the information you publish online. That doesn't mean you have to disappear from social media. But think before posting extremely clear photographs, long voice recordings, identified documents, personal information, or anything that gives stranger a detailed picture of who you are. The more information publicly available about someone, the more material an impersonator may potentially have to work with. And remember, privacy isn't only about hiding secrets. Privacy is also about controlling how your information can be used. Third, use strong security on your important documents. Use unique passwords. Enable multi-factor authentication whenever possible. Secure your email account especially carefully because email can be the gateway to many other accounts. And never send passwords, authentication code, banking data, or identity document simply because someone appears to be a person you know. A familiar face is not authentication. A familiar voice is not authentication. Verification required another layers. Now imagine the problem from a business perspective. A company receives a video call from someone who looks exactly like a client. A person gives instruction to transfer money. The employee sees the client. The voice sounds right. Now imagine the problem from a business perspective. A company receives a video call from someone who looks exactly like a client. The person gives instruction to transfer money. The employee sees the client. The voice sounds right. The request appears legitimate, but the person on the screen isn't actually there. That's why deepfakes aren't just a social media problem. They are becoming a cybersecurity and financial fraud problem too. Researchers are seeing attacks that combine synthetic identities, manipulating faces, fake documents, and attempts to fool biometric system. And that's why companies increasingly need multiple layers of verification rather than trusting on biometric signals. But perhaps the biggest danger of deepfakes isn't even the fake content itself. It's what happens when people stop believing anything. Think about that. If fake videos become extremely convincing, people may begin saying, maybe everything is fake. A real video could be dismissed as AI. A real recording could be called AI. A person could be accused of saying something they never said. And this creates new problems. The liar doesn't always need to prove their story. Sometimes they only need to create enough confusion that nobody knows what to believe. That's why deepfakes can damage something much bigger than individual identities. They can damage trust between families, trust between customer and business, trust in news, trust in big public figures, and even trust in your eyes and ears. But here's the good news. You don't need to become an AI expert to protect yourself. You don't need expensive technology. You need better habits. Pause before reacting. Verify unexpected requests. Use another communication channel. Protect your personal information. Secure your important accounts. And never make an important financial decision based on a single piece of digital evidence. Because the most powerful defense against deepfake isn't simply better software. It takes away the scammer's greatest advantage, your immediate trust. The internet once taught you to ask, is this person real? Now we may have to ask something more complicated. Is this really the person speaking? And the question is going to become increasingly important because artificial intelligence is getting better at generating faces, better at generating voices, better at creating videos, better at imitating human behavior. But technology doesn't have to decide how much we trust it. We do. So that the next time you receive a video from someone you know, the next time you hear a familiar voice asking for money, the next time you see unbelievable video spreading across social media, don't immediately ask, does this look real? Ask, how can I verify that it's real? Because the age of deepfakes, seeing may not longer be believing. Verification is the first.